So I was going to ask you, sir.
Yeah.
So what would you say are like the advantages we can derive from trying to use AI in insurance? And even if we try to focus it, because we know there are so many things that can happen
Yeah.
on a high level, like what kind of advantages can we get in terms of advantages to the insurance companies and advantages to customers? What would be your thoughts?
Okay, so thank you very much for everyone here. At least you are patient enough to listen to us. So let me start this way. There are numerous advantages, both for the insurance company and also to the insured. However, I think it is also important for us to focus more on the fundamentals. For us to be able to enjoy the benefits, there is also the need for us to focus on what will translate into that benefit. All the panelists, in one way or the other, brush through it. So I will first emphasize on it. Then later on, we can now begin to mention all those advantages that are, in the usage of AI in the insurance industry.
Exactly.
First and foremost, we must first establish the fact that AI actually thrives on data. All right. So without data, there's no intelligence in the artificial intelligence.
Exactly.
All right. So, and it has been fully established by all the speakers that insurance companies actually, they are collectors and generators of data. I did a little research about the top 20 industries where data are generated. First on that list is the healthcare because of the increase in the electronic health
Record system.
records. Also, we have all this imaging data as well as a genomic record as well. Insurance is number 17. All right, in terms of data collecting. So we collect data about the insured, that's the policy holder. We collect data about the risk we want to insure. We collect data about claims we want to settle and several other things. Right. So that makes us or qualifies the insurance industry, right, to embrace AI. Somebody asked a question that, okay, another level to it is that what is the quality of that data, which is a very critical component. So for us to enjoy the benefit of AI as an industry, I'm not referring to an company, individual company, I'm talking about the entire industry. We must begin to think of governing our data. Either the data is structured or unstructured. If you don't have a data strategy in your organization prior to this conversation, I'm challenging every one of us to go back and ensure that we have a data strategy. Otherwise, the AI era is already here. You'll be left behind. So it's very critical. So that said, I think I can now talk about the benefits of AI. So the benefit of AI is enormous. One, efficiency. We have increased efficiency. As virtually everybody have said, most of our processes are human dependent. Complex processes, you have to carry file from one location to the other. You have to stamp it. You have to go through, analyze, what have you. But with AI, you can do this, efficiently, without necessarily wasting time. So, and another thing is that we are going to have one of the advantages of AI, obviously, is enhanced customer experience. Right, virtually almost everybody had mentioned that. So the truth of the matter is the next generation of clients, they are highly connected. When I mean connected, their devices are connected. Even their homes are smart homes. We have what we wear as our wristwatches. We have AI. Our phones, we have AI on all those whatever, and we are informed. These are people that will not want to wait on one underwriter, do you understand, to do something for him. So by so do they want to be able to do that self-service. All right. And they measure virtually all the experience from all touch points, not only from the onboarding part. If my onboarding is excellent. I should anticipate that if I have claim, the claim settlement, should also be excellent. By the way, let me also use this opportunity to mention that I was discussing with my guys here that last year, October, we launched a tool. We call it Code of Confidence, star 1056 hash, USSD. So the reason why we choose that USSD is actually one, for our client that may not have access to the internet. So without USSD, it can give you access, do you understand, to report your claim. And with that technology, it allows us to do real-time online assessment of the risk at the point of accidents. We've been able to reduce claim settlement time to 4 hours, an average of 4 hours. The fastest claim we paid was in 38 minutes. That claim happened at Bini. That's Bini. So, and the guy reported through that app. We did the assessments. Everything was okay. He made his offer. We sent the DV to him. He okayed the DV. And his account was credited in 38 minutes.
Are these like auto claims, car claims?
Yes, car claims.
Wow. Impressive.
Car claims, yes. So some of those analysis that we are talking about, the video that we are capturing is coming with a metadata where it's giving us attribute information like the location, the time it happens, what have you. We'll be able to like ascertain, oh, is this guy right at the same location he reported that claim.
Yes.
So imagine if we now leverage your AI on that tool. That's going to be a massive, powerful benefit. That customer will never do his business with any other person aside from us.
Awesome. Absolutely.
Yes. So, and also that's one side of the customer experience. Then we also have reduced cost. Operational cost is going to be reduced massively in various ways. In various ways. So, but that's part of the benefit of AI. Then we also look at the possibility of fraud detection. We can't shy away from fraud. Do you understand? Yeah, I aligned the line of thought of Damola. We shouldn't put fraud in the face of client. But most of the claims that we pay, a larger percentage of those claims, they have fraud elements. Majority of the claims we paid. So, but obviously, and at the end of the day, there's no how we don't need a solution like the fraud detection. Not only for the interest of the organization, but also for the interest of the clients, So, another benefit is that they've mentioned it. We have what we call like risk scoring. So with AI, we can give you a rate based on your risk exposure. What's your behavior? Somebody mentioned the other time, and I was laughing. He said, the insurance industry, you are busy rewarding the criminals, right? And those who are nice guys, you don't recognize them. And I asked him, I said, expatiate. He said, come, somebody will have claim today, you settle his claim. That same person come tomorrow with another, you settle him. What happened to me that I've been driving my car for 5 years, I've been paying my premium, no claim. What are you giving me?
The good driver that doesn't claim at all.
Did you understand? The good driver, and that's the gospel truth. So with AI, we should be able to give back to such persons. Yes, we have some whatever mechanism to reward them, but is that sufficient? Whereby you say, okay, fine, I'm giving you 5% discount on your premium. Did you understand? If somebody obviously is not risk averse, yes, we know risk can happen anytime. And for 5 years, the guy has no claim. You should be able to give you something substantial. Lemonade, one of the reasons why they were able to grow the way they did was because they appealed to the emotion of the customers. So what they did was that if you have insurance with us and you have no claim, they have their social responsibilities. So you pick any one of those guys and said, okay, if at the end of the year I have no claim, a percentage of my premium, right,
counted,
should be given for that particular cause.
It's like a charity.
It's like a charity. And it was done so transparently.
Right. Amazing.
It was done so transparent. And people, sometimes you buy that policy. Now, in that analysis, over 60% of those who bought insurance had never bought insurance. And we now have a reputation of that here in Nigeria. I was doing a background analysis of cassava insurance in 2023, and I discovered that within 1 year, they have enrolled over 600,000 policy counts.
Wow.
Over 600,000 within 1 year of their launch. And out of these 600,000 policy counts, 80% are first-time buyers of insurance.
Amazing.
So the
That
question,
means they did something new.
yeah, so they've done something new. And that is what I want the mainstream insurance also to begin to think of doing. And I'm 100% sure that AI is also going to help us to do that in a transparent way, that at the end of the day, the bottom line of the business would not be impacted negatively.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Those are very amazing points that
Thank
Mr. Dunni has already mentioned.
Yeah.
And you can obviously tell from what he has said that he's a very experienced technical person.
Thank you.
So you've spoken about the insured and customers a lot.
Yeah.
And I really like the points you've mentioned. Then you did mention something about cost savings.
Yes.
And I know, like, once you mention costs, the antennas of insurance companies will start raising.
Exactly.
Because they don't want to spend money. They want to save money.
Yeah.
So from your perspective, right, how do you see AI contributing to helping insurance companies save money, reduce costs, and all of that?
Okay, so we've said so much, all right, from the beginning of this engagement to now. So let me mention something. Number one, what we operate on currently is detect and repair, or report and repair. That's the tradition, right? The customer will have a claim, then you attend to that claim. So, but with the generation of AI, particularly the predictive model, did you understand? You can predict and prevent, right? We have established the fact that we have sufficient data.
Yes.
Right? So the only thing like I'm talking about now is we should govern our data. We should ensure that the quality of that data is critical. So when we are talking about quality of data, what are we talking about? We are talking about how accurate that data is. How complete is that data? And what is the consistency? And virtually all of us who are players in that industry, you know, our business development people will carry our forms. You ask for this, they say, no, why should I give you this? Use this, do you understand? And we'll put TBA. For the information of the TBA is to be advised. So for us, it's just to close that deal, right? We'll bring the form with several TBAs. That information. So that information you have collected, you know, is meaningless because tomorrow you cannot reach back to the clients. So data accuracy is key. So we have to have that. So for us to be able to enjoy the predict and prevent, we must ensure that we have reliable data. Then another aspect that I know that we can save cost. Okay, before I go to that, is that typical of our data, we have various data in different places. Claim data isolated, silo. Underwriting data silo. All those silo. So we should begin to have idea of generating a data fabric. AI can play a very vital role there. Have a data fabric where you have what I call like a decentralized architecture, you know, that's pull together every sources of data, unify them to provide you with a real-time, reliable data platform. So with that, you put your AI on top of it. It becomes easier for you to do all these analytics. You'll be able to visualize because data, there is life in data, right? So with that, with AI resting on it, you can now begin to enjoy the full benefits of that. And by so doing, you realize that you save a lot of cost because you've been able to prevent, detect and repair to predict and prevent. If there is a claim, if I tell you the processes involved in insurance, you'll be so surprised. Sometimes they have mentioned it. We have to employ an adjuster. He will travel from Lagos to maybe Ayodeji. His truck, you know, his GT truck had an accident at, God forbid, God forbid. Maybe at Ore. So we have to now employ the service of loss adjuster. Go to Ore.
Mm.
He will now do his report and come back.
That is time and money spent.
That is time and money spent. And it's part of what, and at the end of the day, you still pay for the claims. You have wasted time, you have spent money, and you may end up even losing the interest of the client, because the clients too is always wanting for instant feedback.
Yes.
Yeah.
Valid. So now we're actually even touching a lot.
Yeah.
That AI can actually help insurance companies save money.
Yeah.
And you've spoken about it from the claim standpoint.
Yes.
Do you think there is any opportunity, or do you think there's any possibility that AI can help even when it comes to underwriting, risk assessment, and things like that?
Oh, sure. A lot of it. Okay, so let me take it this way. I know we don't have time. So I have taken time to read trends, technology trends. And I've read from Gartner, I've read from EY, I read all those trends. 5 key technology, are the top 5. So let's start with the 5th one, is AI governance. So what that means to us is that, why is there a need for governance in the first place? It's because the adoption of AI is pretty high. So we have AI virtually everywhere. Microsoft have infused AI into their solution. They call it co-pilots. Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, they have infused, they call it Meta. Do you understand? So in virtually everything we do now, there's AI. And that AI is playing significant role in every other industry. Why not insurance?
Exactly.
Why not insurance? So, and it's key in the sense that last year, because somebody was talking about fear, so I think I need to also use this to address that. EU formulated what they call AI Act last year. So, and the reason why EU enacted that AI Act is to address issues that borders around social security that we're talking about, people losing their jobs, the judgmental and the biasness of data, of AI. So at the end of the day, the point I'm trying to make here is that if we have AI in everywhere, insurance will brace up for it. And don't wait for the governance to come. While we are embracing AI, you should also begin to think of the governance aspect of it. How do you use it? You use it judiciously to ensure that all the regulatory, or let's say all the compliance aspects, you are not but bypassing them. And because the world is now a global village, we have the AML CFT. So with AI, it becomes easier for you to manage that, because it's just a matter of you training your model and imputing all those into it. So now, let me tell you how we operate that. Every aspect of the industry are using that AI. So for us to, we must begin to think of embracing governance as we are adopting that AI, because whether we like it or not, for the insurance industry is coming, and it is also already here. So the next trend, that's the 4th, is edge computing.
Okay.
So, and to many of us, we know edge computing as fog computing. So now, the edge computing, for those who do not know the meaning of it, is the ability of processing, analyzing data at the point where that data is collected. And what is triggering that? Everybody wants instant results. The insured, he wants that his result now, right? So, and that is what the benefit of edge computing, and it is leveraging on AI. If we can find a way of deploying that in the aspect of insurance, where we have complex analysis with some of this computer vision we are talking about, you snap picture.
It happens on the spot.
Yeah, it happens on the spot. That's the data is coming in. And you have the processing engine there and then. It does your rating. It does your premium computation. It allows you to pay. You get your result there and then, and you move on. So that gives you a competitive edge, even over your competitors. That's that aspect. Then we also have the generative AI. So, and what is driving that now is the ChatGPT. Everybody now knows how to use ChatGPT. Do you understand? So everybody, and that aspect of the self-service, the question now is, we have had self-service. Are we doing it right? Are we doing it right? We are not doing it right. But I'm sure with AI, it's going to also give us that opportunity to perfect it. And that's what is driving it. ChatGPT will help you to do virtually everything without human interaction. And the second one is data privacy and protection. Concerns around security, because those are the fears. Sorry, I lost my line of thought when we were talking about fear. That's EU that enacted, what do you call it? The act is to address some of those, AI Act is to address some of those fear. If it is regulated, it means there will be boundaries. This is where AI should not pass. Do you understand? So that people thinking, I'm going to lose my job to AI, the governance will protect that.
Yes.
So we should not see AI as a competitor, but we should see it as something that will make us shine. That's something that will augment us, so we should embrace it. Exactly. So data privacy and protection is the security part. We have seen so many, the good, the bad, and the ugly side of AI.
Yeah.
Now, we know what is called the deepfakes.
Fake videos of you.
Yes.
Sounding like you.
You understand? Fake videos of you, identity theft, so many other things that, in fact, sometimes with those AI, but we see data protection and data privacy and protection is that aspect that address that security. And also that manages to be sure that your information that I'm collecting, I'm not using it for something contrary. Do you understand? So all those areas, you see how we can relate that to insurance and how it can benefit insurance. And the last one, top on the list, is augmented analytics. So in the augmented analytics, what are we talking about there? You will see somebody who is not a technical person, but he's doing something technical. Why? Because of the AI ability in the augmented analytics. We have my insurance guys. So I'm trying to let them understand. We have product development. You want to do product development, you will need an experience of what we call actuary. You must go to them. So with this augmented analytics, you can train that model. That complex science will come in there. And with it, it will help fast track your process of product development, make life easy for you, and bring about even customization of products.
Yes.
All those will make it very easy.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Dunni. This has been very insightful. Mr. Dunni, you mentioned so many things. You talked about fear, you talked about data protection, you talked about all of that. It's so interesting I mentioned fear because a lot of people are scared.
Of course.
Is AI going to take my job? And we can imagine that, the people who are working in insurance companies might have the same sentiment.
Oh, sure.
So I'm so happy you talked about these things. And to wrap things up, what would be your final words in terms of advice to insurance companies, to people who are working there, on how to adopt AI and integrate it into their business without fear so that they can actually get all these benefits we've spoken of?
Okay, thank you. My final word actually is this. See, the truth of the matter is that AI is doing a massive disruption in the horizon. And we must not sleep.
Yes.
If we sleep, it's going to be the sleep of death. Right? And I'm so excited because for me, there are three pillars that is disastrous. Number one is our level of awareness. And I'm excited that Curacell is on that verge of creating that awareness for AI. I will encourage you guys from your business point of view, from your CSR point of view, keep creating this awareness. While we too we should go back home to our companies, to our industry, to begin to create this awareness to our users, to our industry leaders, that look, something is happening. We must be part of it. And the second part is our approach. How are we approaching it is key. We must approach it in the best way it should be approached. Because if you don't get it right, you just, okay, yeah, Curacell is marketing this. Insurance ABC has invested into this. Let me do that. Let me jump into it. You bite your finger. So we must also do it right. I have defined for us some of the things that we require for doing it right.
Yes.
Right. And the last one, which we have hammered, is our fear. Our fear is somebody, I read somewhere say false evidence appearing real. Sometimes it is not, sometimes it is not every shark infested water that you swim in that a shark will bite you. Yes, be excited about it, but again, do not allow fear hold you down, not to make a move. Thank
Amazing.
you.
So in the final words of Mr. Dunni, don't sleep. Tell the person sitting next to you, don't sleep.